The USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. It's avocado season, only at Subway. By GoDaddy.com, domains, websites, and everything in between. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. It's now time for Rules of the Game. Rugby Sevens presented to you by Geico.
It's pretty basic. 7 players per team, 7-minute halves. And the goal, get across the goal line, touch it down, score a try. That's 5 points, a 2-point conversion to follow. And critically, the last minute of the second half in this tournament, the clock will stop if someone scores a try. Instead of being able to run the clock out, players will have to restart. It gives the team that's behind an opportunity to come back and win.
Back in Philadelphia, that is the head man for the Cal Golden Bears in his 29th season, and he has 22 national collegiate championships, which got us to thinking, let's talk about the best college dynasties. Of course, Notre Dame back in the 20s and 30s dominated college football. Can't say enough about Coach Wooden in the 10 straight national championship. Iowa's always in the hunt for national title in wrestling in the UNC women's soccer program. 26 national titles, though, for Cal Berkeley. Made us wondering what makes the winning culture at Cal happen.
I think the tradition is that we're all trying to live up to these teams that have gone before us.
There's a lot of tradition that we look back on and try and uphold for all those guys that have got us to where we are now.
We feel a great deal of responsibility to prepare as well as we can and perform as well as we can.
Anytime you put on that blue and gold jersey, nothing less than full maximum effort is acceptable.
Jack Clark certainly built that tradition, but he told me yesterday he was sneaking up on people, but they've outscored their opponents in Philly 133-20. Not still flying under the radar, are you, Jack?
Well, when you're playing the best team in the tournament, Dartmouth, we might be. I mean, they're really a good team, Marty, and you know, I think the best put together Sevens team in the tournament, and that's why they were the champions last year. So we have our work cut out for us.
So how do you knock off the defending champs then?
Yeah, you try to score more points than they do, and you try to tackle them as often as you can, and you bust a few tackles. So we're gonna, you know, they're like I said, a really well put together team. They're hard to play against, and but you know, we're gonna give this a lash.
Todd, this is the one everybody's been waiting on. Cal Dartmouth.
No question about it. This could easily be a championship matchup. There are the two teams getting set for the run-on. And Dartmouth, pretty good program in their own with their head coach, Alex Magleby. And we asked some of the players, what makes Coach Mags so special?
Mags is an absolute scholar of the game.
Mags will see things in situations that we would never see.
Hey, guys in the 45. You good? Good. All right? Do it. Yeah, let's do it. 0-0. Come on.
Mags also does a phenomenal job in instilling a belief in us that it's not going to be moments of magic. It's just going to be the fundamentals. And if we continue to improve on those, the results take care of themselves.
And there is Alex Magleby, the head coach of Dartmouth, the defending national champions. They defeated Army last year in the 2011 version of the Collegiate Rugby Championships, and now they will have their hands full with the Cal Golden Bears as both teams have taken the pitch here at PPL Park. And this really is a different squad. These two, you look at Dartmouth from last year, they lost a lot of talent. They're young, but they're still very talented. Cal, they're going to approach things different than you'll see the Big Green. Right now we sit it down to the pitch. Marty Snyder's caught up with head coach Alex Magleby.
Well, Alex, what did you tell your guys the key to the game was?
Sure. I mean, in sevens it's going to be possession, but Cal really stretches the field well, and defensively we're going to have to keep our shape and we're going to have to contest some of those breakdowns, or they're going to wear us out pretty quickly. So that'll be a good part of this game, I think.
When I asked Jack Clark about the key to beating Dartmouth, he said it's hard to find a flaw in their game. You got to find one though and take advantage of it. Todd.
Brian, is this a case of speed versus power?
Well, I don't know. I think Cal's got plenty of speed too, but Dartmouth is going to have to make their tackles today. There are too many weapons that Cal has that they can bring off the bench and run people over. Very strong, very disciplined, very fit. Cal on the other side is a clinical side. Alex Magleby likes to give the decision-making power to his players. They're able to create spaces on the field where other teams aren't, and they have a really great runner in Madison Hughes, who's about to kick off for this very capable Dartmouth side.
7 minutes a half, and that one is not going to go the required 10 meters, so it immediately goes over to Cal. Mistake there by Dartmouth.
Yeah, when you got Nate Brakeley for Dartmouth to go up for the ball, you want to get that ball 10 meters, and this is a gift to Cal to open this game.
Don't want to give Cal too much. We saw them earlier today in the quarterfinals taking on Texas. Texas scored on the opening kickoff, intercepting a pass and taking it in for the try. And just like that, Cal's in great shape. Great piece of playing there.
Great cover tackle there. Derek Fish, the little scrum half, comes across. Dartmouth retains their shape quickly, but Cal with men outside. They're going over for the first try.
And it's Jake Anderson, the sophomore from Tiburon, California, that scores in the opening minute of this one. Cal goes up 5-0.
Well, great run here. And we see Harrington with the ball. He sets up another huge effort by Chahade. Ahmed Chahade sets it up. The ball goes out. Harrington out to Seamus Kelly. Connor Ring. And Anderson does the rest. A really well-worked try. Good hands by Cal. Not a bad pass in that bunch. But Dartmouth, we talked about amnesia in this game and having to forget very quickly the things you did wrong and get on with the game. And Dartmouth with a little bit of a mental hiccup in the start to give Cal that free kick and conversion coming.
Tricky conversion angle there, and Cal unable to complete it, so it remains 5-0 as we go up on 5:15 to play here in the first half. 7-minute halves, and this is the run that really got it going. Ahmed Chahade, the senior out of San Mateo, California, gets it all the way down to about 10 meters outside the try line. Now Cal on top will be kicking it off to Dartmouth, and the Big Green will get their opportunity with the ball first. Now remember, they are the defending national champions.
Well, great take by Nate Brakely in the air.
Brakely, a great man to have around the ball. He goes 6'5", 240.
Paul Jarvis, the captain, getting some work going. A great clean out there. Hands in the ruck. Dartmouth goes quickly. Madison Hughes out to Paul Jarvis.
Form the ruck.
And Cal, you notice there, Cal's happy to just give the ruck away.
Right.
It's a good steal there. Yep, a great poach there by Anthony Lombardo. Although Dartmouth has held the ball up, and now Dartmouth will get the ball back. So two great defensive plays by both teams. You saw Anthony Lombardo come in, poach the ball from the Dartmouth player, but he has possession now. And if that player in possession is held up and can't use the ball, the attacking team gives the ball away.
Bind your hookers here. Bind your hooker, yeah. Binds on the back for the props. Back stay flat level, please.
From last year, they were part of that national championship squad. Let's listen in our first scrum of this match.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Up, guys. Fellas, engage and hold. Engage and hold.
You cannot push early in the scrum, and I think Dartmouth is trying to bait Cal into pushing them off the ball before it goes in.
Pause. Engage. Play the ball.
Well executed by the Big Green on the outside. This is number 5, Madison Hughes. And Hughes making way to the middle for a better conversion attempt in the first try for the defending champions.
What a great try for Dartmouth. Madison Hughes on the corner, and he just backs his own speed. If he gets isolated out here, he's going to give the ball away. But there, against Anthony Lombardo, he knows he's faster. He takes the corner. Great try by Madison Hughes. And now he'll take his own conversion.
Interesting story, Hughes, the young man out of London, converts for the 2 points. Just a freshman, but 5'8", 175, and all kinds of speed. So it's 7-5 now, Dartmouth on top.
Love the confidence in this young man. You know, every possession counts, and taking it alone to the corner sometimes results in a turnover, but not for Madison Hughes. Referee says it goes 10. That's Will Mueller with the ball out to Kevin Clark. No, it's going all the way back. I think the assistant referee is talking to the referee on the field and saying that did not go 10 meters.
Not 10.
Well, that's 2 Dartmouth kickoffs and 2 that don't travel 10 meters. Another gift to Cal. And Todd, the last thing you want to do is give Cal a break.
They don't need any more help than you already have on the talented roster. Many say about Jack Clark and the Cal Bears. They don't
Paul Jarvis, he's the grinder on this team. So smart in the breakdown area, poaches the ball. Number 8, there he is with it again. He just steals that. Cal.
Leave it go.
Ball and, oh, great clean out there by Lombardo.
Well, Cal, as I was going to say, they don't really rebuild. They just reload with the talent Jack Clark has coming through Berkeley. You mentioned not giving them any extra help. Madison Hughes up the middle.
Well, they're going to stick a few more defenders on Hughes now. Look, he just gets ragdolled there by Ahmed Shahade.
Green.
So offsides against Cal. The referee calling the advantage, so the knock-on is nullified. Quickly goes Will Lehman. Sees a gap, but the gap's closed quickly with Cal.
No, go, leave it.
Mueller clears out Lombardo. Brakely, number 3 to number 4, Derek Fish.
Fish gets hit hard. Madison Hughes unable to handle it. It goes out of bounds.
Well, that's one of those things where the communication between the support runner and the ball carrier goes awry. Madison Hughes looks like he was going to step inside for a switch from Derek Fish, and Fish just passes it to the outside as Hughes is cutting. Watch this again. Oof. Yeah, Hughes. Oh, look at Fish take a little bit of a hit. Cal will knock
Did you say
around.
A little bit of a hit?
Yeah, just a little.
This is a big boy hit.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Connor Ring.
Go in. Stay on. Get behind.
Dartmouth competing for this ball. Ring goes down.
Sorry, this way, fellas. Offside now. Some half number 4 offside.
Offside's called.
So Dartmouth quickly back into a defensive positioning. And it looks like Brad Harrington is going to kick this ball into touch, although if he does, the half will end, so he's going to have to tap it. Cal with the last chance before the halftime. Seamus Kelly.
Kelly.
So hard to bring down, a collapsing tackle by Derek Fish, and Dartmouth sets up their defensive line. But Brad Harrington sees a gap, backs himself. Shahade, he's
the stiff arm. And with no time on the clock, Cal picks up another try. Ahmed Shahade, 6'2", 210 senior from San Mateo, California.
Well, I saw Shahade. I just met him a few days ago. I asked the coach, Tom Billups, the assistant for California, can this guy get around the field because he's so big? Is he fit enough? Well, look at that fend off to Will Mueller's face. He sees the line. Nobody's stopping Shahade. Cal on top at halftime.
And since he had the try down, the downward pressure right behind the goalpost, they bring it straight away. And this is where the 2-point conversion will take place. Now this is important because this will push it to 5. And he gets the conversion. So halftime here in Philadelphia, the defending champions find themselves down at the half, 12-7 to the California Golden Bears. Can Dartmouth rally, or will the Big Green be knocked out of the title game? Stick around, we'll have much more when we return to Philadelphia after this.